we are switching over. It is Monday, the munnest of the days. Am I gonna stick to that? I don't know. It was improvised on the first session, but it is Monday night. We are 1Fortunate, a D&D group. And yeah, I'm the Dungeon Master Jordan. I would like to pass it off to the characters for a character building question. And you feel free to introduce yourself as well as a player if you want to. I will pass it over to Ray. The character building question of the day is who would be most saddened by your death and why?
I am Ray Halin Scar, wizard type thing. Who would be saddened by my death the most? I believe it would be my metallic badger friend, Fudge, because he'd be stuck in whatever hellhole he calls home, his home realm, and he's just waiting for me to be like, "Come on, Fudge, come home." And probably my mother, but that would be the only people who would miss me. And me, Conrad, because it is my character.
Sounds good. Next, we'll go over to the top right character, Justin, playing Vulcan. Who would be most saddened by your death and why?
I'm going to say my mother, who is now a widow. So if she has to be lose her husband and her child in the span of a year, it would be pretty harsh. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I don't have any siblings, so
perfect.
Yeah.
We'll go to the bottom left. We'll go over to Luther. Who would be most saddened by your death and why?
Well, like the others, it'd be my parents. They spent most of their life trying to help me get to the point I've managed to get to, so I think it'd be pretty sad if I was gone.
I'm just making the realization now that most adventurers are single. You know, just a common theme. We'll go to the bottom right, Totoma. Sean, who would be most saddened by Totoma's death and why?
Would be his master, because Toto doesn't know his parents because he apparently doesn't come from around here. So yeah, it would be his master, even though he seemed quite thrilled to have Toto sent out on a journey and leave the monastery for a bit. I'm not sure why, but seems like the monastery was going to be a bit more quiet without Toto around.
Okay.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, 1Fortunate, and I'll just do a quick recap as to what happened last session. These adventurers were bunkmates on the mighty ship called the Beaver Dam. It is a rickety wooden ship that was originally made to go on whale watching tours, and it is currently in the middle of the ocean, sailing about. And there was the Captain Theleman, who's the captain of the ship. It appears to be very knowledgeable in deep sea adventures. And then there was the crewman, Ben Reeds. Ben, oh no, he was about to retire. He made so much money, and then the players, investigating these shady characters in the other bunk. There was Rabiel, the musician, the tiefling musician that entertaining there to make money, and then there was two other shady characters that they were quite skeptical, making up words here. So they turned out to be dragons, because when a mighty tentacle arm popped through the ship and smashed Ben, they were like, nope. And these two shady characters jumped off the ship and turned into a red and white dragon and flew off. To start the session, I would like you guys to roll initiative.
Roll an investigation?
Yes.
I gotta fucking open my character sheet. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Just keep your numbers. I will ask you in order, so it's easier for me to type them up. Skeptical. Skeptical.
I like that one.
Alrighty, Ray.
With my initiative, that is a 21.
21. Okay, Toto.
4, and I have a +3.
Woo! Natural 1. Vulcan. 7. Wow. Everybody's on their feet. And Luther.
4.
I'll just sort it in my thing, and whoever's first, if you're okay with going first, that kind of works for me. That work for everyone?
Sure thing.
Cool. Ray, you are first. Currently, you see a tentacle pop through the bottom of the ship. There's a tentacle on each side sticking out, and Ben laying contorted and his eyes open, not blinking. Not looking good for Ben. You see Thelamin let go of the wheel, just turn like, ah! Hasn't even had time to scream yet. It's not his turn. And you still hear Rabiel snoring in in his cabin. You also hear Vulcan, ah, my fucking thigh, ah, trying to put some armor on. So we'll see what happens there. But Ray, it is your turn.
So, being force of habit, I go, Fudge, he's dead. Go look for the gold. And then I realized Fudge is not here either because Fudge is also dead, and I'm just like, this is not good day. So I'm gonna whip out the sword with one hand, look around, and just go, I've got to go check on the cleric, and I just book it for the room.
Sounds good.
So do I make it to the room?
Yeah, you can make it to the room.
Okay. I look at Vulcan and I go, I understand you want to be dressed in metal, makes you kind of harder to hit. Not time. We need to do something about the boat or the tentacles. And I'm going to look at him and be like, I'm going to hold my action for after Vulcan.
Okay, what are you holding?
I am holding the... where is it? Come on, we fucking talked about this.
You talked about this.
Hastes. No. I'm holding the haste spell.
So you cast haste, and you will release it. You will release it when?
Once Vulcan does something to help the bolt.
Okay, so just so you know, when you hold the spell, you cast the spell, so that spell slot is gone, and then you will release it when Vulcan does something to help the boat.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll switch over to music. I realize I just have the background music on. Let's switch it over to a little something a little bit more intense.
Roll better, Vulcan.
Cool. So, it is after that the tentacles come to. There are currently 3 people on the deck, if I'm not mistaken. There is Totoma, Captain Thelamin, and Luther.
Yep.
Totoma, Thelamin, Luther. Captain Thelamin is.
I was gonna say you skipped me. I'm good.
Yeah. Captain Thelamin just kind of lets go of the wheel, kind of as the tentacle just whips around randomly and seems to go after the captain. Let's take a roll here. That is definitely a hit. That is a lot. Yeah, that's 29 to hit. So Thelamin just like in awe of this mighty tentacle piercing through the ship. Almost like a wet towel smacks him. He flies back into his wheel, demolishes the wheel of the ship, and he's just with the thing holding the center of the wheel through his torso, just blood dripping. It will also swing again. It swings after Luther with the one tentacle on the other side. That is a 31 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's cocked.
31. It's not a crit.
Yep. That is 19 damage from the tentacle.
Ouch.
And it wraps around you and basically holds you. So there's one tentacle on one side, a tentacle on the other one, and a tentacle through the ship currently. And a third attack. Again against Luther. You are considered restrained while you are grappled by this tentacle. That is last, but that is still a 24 to hit.
I'll use shield, and then it'll miss.
Cool, perfect. Okay, so and from here you see 2 more tentacles pop up on each side, and you see a large face start to rise. And in each of your minds, you hear,
"Trespassers."
and from there, from the bottom of the ship, from the other room, you hear Rabil, "Oh no, what is going on?" And he'll open the door, run outside, like, "Ah! Ah!" and just run back in. And that is Rabil's turn.
Can he use vicious mockery?
Currently, he went back in his room because not what he want. Waking up from a dead sleep, a drunk slumber, just and yeah. After that, we're going to Vulcan.
I'll be like, I'm gonna like be mid like fucking strapping up my armor and stuff like that. And be like, what do you mean? I don't understand what you mean.
Tentacles, and did you not hear a voice in your head? If that's what deity sounds like, there's problem.
They're like, I'll just like look at me like, I'm just gonna grab my shield and then put my helmet on and go out to the deck.
Okay, just so you
Question.
know, putting your shield on is an action. Donning is the term. You still want to do that?
And I just grab it for
Yeah,
now.
you can bring it. Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, the
Quick
question.
for Vulcan. Are you wearing boxer shorts with like the holy sign of your deity just like plastered all over it?
Just the cock.
Just holy symbol.
We're gonna say no, because the last time I said yes to you about this, it became canon about something during my one shot. So no, I'm not giving you the satisfaction.
Damn.
So yeah,
So-
you walk out. You see Luther wrapped up in a tentacle. You see 3 tentacles on one side, 2 tentacles on the other, one through the ship, and you see Ben in dismantled, basically, the eyes not blinking. You also see Captain Theleman impaled on the thing holding the wheel that has been destroyed.
Okay. The ship looks immobile, correct? Like it's not.
It doesn't seem to be freely sailing. At first glance, there's a tentacle through it, so you feel it's probably attached to something
Being
big.
restrained to something.
Yes.
Oh god. Okay, so 2 people that are fighting are dead. We could use to fight are dead. God. Okay, hold on. Give me 15 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
1, 2.
I just came out to see all this nonsense.
The next turn
So-
will be Totoma, so just heads up. And Ray, did you choose to cast haste before he left?
I am holding it and watching him like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, what is this? Just what is the size of the boat?
I would say it is about 25 feet long
Okay.
and about 13 feet wide.
So would it fall under large or huge?
In terms of a
Huge.
creature, it'd actually be gargantuan. In terms of a creature,
25. I think it's 25. Is it 25?
gargantuan
25
is 20 by 20 or more.
20, 20 by 20. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You said 25.
25 long and about 13 wide. So like, what's your intent? What are you trying to do?
Well, I looked up this spell. I was looking through my spells because I was like brainstorming how I could fucking do this, and I was like, maybe this could be a thing, but it's not gonna work now because it's not the right size. I was gonna animate the fucking boat to become a.
I'm impaled! Ah!
It can then if it can hover after because it doesn't have limbs. It can hover, so I could be like escape. So that's why I asked the size of the boat. It's fine.
And that goes up to large. Is that what you said?
Huge.
Okay. if you want to try to animate the boat, and that does what? That gives it like a personality, essentially?
It gives it
Oh,
80
you mean both
HP.
faced.
It gives it an AC of 10, which is not going to help it at all.
It's like plus 17 or something.
But it gives it a strength of 18 and a dex of 6. And I think as a bonus action, I can command it to attack or move or something like that. But, yeah.
He said you could try. Do it.
My mind is like, it's either this or divine intervention, which is a 5% chance.
If your intention is to get the boat to flee, there is a tentacle through it. So that might
Which
give you an idea.
I can obviously see that there is a tentacle through it.
Yes, it's very,
Okay.
like,
It's very much there.
yes.
In your face.
Mighty and direct.
Like my nipples.
So that is probably not the right course of action. Okay, well, then at this point, I'm going to just cast a light on the shield that I'm holding, which has my holy symbol on it.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to try to reach out to Palor and like as they basically making this like a beacon of light because he is the god of light. And I'm going to implore and pray that he can aid us in this situation.
Okay. Roll a religion check.
Taylor's dead.
You go to cast light, just nothing. Like, oh.
That is a 18.
Cool. That's your turn, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Ray, did you want to release your
Oh.
spell?
Can I see? Okay, let me just see haste real quick. Can I see Totoma?
I would say yes. If you put yourself in a way that you would still see the the deck of the ship. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. I am going to be chewing on this licorice root, just like do something, Vulcan, and just go. That was not good. And then just look at Totoma and go, fast as fuck. And oh, sorry, no, you are fast, and just launch it at Totoma.
Okay, sounds good. Totoma, you are currently affected by the haste spell that I think doubles your speed, gives you an extra action.
Action, yeah.
Speed is
extra
double,
AC.
gain plus 2 AC, has advantage on dexterity saving throws, gains additional action on each turn, can be used for attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use object.
Perfect. So, Totoma, it is your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Make me proud, monkey man.
Well, as you cast haste on Totoma, he's just gonna look. So there is a tentacle, like,
Within melee
From
range,
the
there's
boat.
one in the boat. Yeah.
okay. Totoma's first gonna like, under the effect of the haste spell, look at it. He's gonna go, ah! And you see Totoma start to grow. His fur starts turning yellow. His hair start to spike up, and then he just runs towards the tentacle, and I will unarmed strike it.
Sounds good.
So I just want to see for okay, so first attack is a 19.
That is a hit.
So on my fur, well, yeah, I think on my fur, because that's one thing when I played my Rune Knight, I didn't do that right. But it's only
once per damage. Yeah.
Yeah, so which is fine. That is 14 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and I will attempt to stun it. I will reduce a key point.
Okay. So it's a
I'm gonna
con
roll
save.
a con save, which
That's a 15.
so it's 8 plus proficiency. 12. It's 15. Fuck. All right. I'll attack it again.
Go for it. The good thing is you can use it on each one.
Exactly. 24.
24 to hit. That is a hit.
That is a 8 bludgeoning damage, and I will try again.
Okay. That is 34.
Ah.
So just so you know, I rolled the two extremes. If you can do the math there, yeah.
Yeah. Just by curiosity, would the DM allow to share if that was a crit?
That was a crit. Yep.
Okay. Gives me a good perspective.
It's either a crit, or if it's not a crit, that means it's worse than you thought. So either way, you can't stun this thing with stunning strike.
Very nice. I will save my key point.
Yes.
So those were my 2 attacks. So then with haste, I have another 2 attacks.
Is
has
it
an
a full-on action? Like,
Yeah.
I thought there was a text somewhere that you can only use one attack if you'd use the attack
It could
action.
be. I know what you're talking about. I don't think it's haste, but I could be wrong.
One weapon attack only. That action can be used only to take the attack. One attack only, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Do it has to be a weapon, or my unarmed strike or fine?
Unarmed strike would be fine. Yeah. No problem there.
That's another 24. With a I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna use my shackles. Like, it has to do a strength save. It's a 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Cool. So you notice that it is taking damage for sure, but you can tell that you're damaging one tentacle like a bit, but there's a lot of tentacles. So far, you see 7 tentacles. So like, this has a lot of HP.
Fucked up.
One of them is getting beaten up. Perfect. And after that, we're going over to Luther. But right before that, we're going to use the a legendary action, and it is going to use Fling. So Luther, you're getting chucked. You're getting chucked off the boat. And yeah, you're getting thrown. Luckily, you're only getting thrown 60 feet. So I'd say you're about 40 feet off the boat in the water. You don't hit a solid surface, and yeah, you're good. It's your turn now.
Okay then. Well, that changes things.
Yep.
I mean, nothing apparently around apparently about to attack me, right?
There's
Like, quick glance.
there's nothing like directly next to you, but you feel like this creature is. If you look down, you see like a huge form, like dare I say, gargantuan form, directly underneath the boat.
Right. Also, you got the wrong things on for the channel points.
Oh no! Okay, thank you. I'll change that. Thank you.
Alright, just a sec. Now I gotta rethink what I was gonna do because I had a plan. And now
Yeah,
that
that's
plan no longer
definitely
works.
a big old switcheroony. Channel points should be fixed.
Gene going too quick. Alright.
After that,
All right.
I will let you guys know that it will be Ray.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking, I'm digging here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna yell out that we didn't mean to trespass. We were just trying to respond to an invitation to the island of Fae. And then I'm going to, I guess, do Scorching Ray.
Cool.
We were trespassing, we were invited!
Yeah, basically. Does a 24 hit?
24 does hit.
The dragon can fly.
The lowest hit right now is 19.
That's 11 fire damage.
Okay.
Oh, it's 3 rays. I only rolled 1.
Pew, pew, pew.
That was an 18 to hit.
It does.
Okay, and 27 for the thirds.
Cool.
All hit. Roll plus 2 together.
Perfect.
That's a 29 fire damage. That was a good roll.
29 more?
Yeah,
Okay,
on
cool.
top of the 11. I get an extra D8 for using my wand.
Oh, sorry. I wrote down 27, so it's 2 more than the 27? Okay, cool. And that's it?
Yeah, at the moment, I'm relatively safe. Why get closer again?
Okay, sounds... Oh, did you want to swim closer?
No, I'm staying right where I am.
Okay, sounds
Good.
good. After Luther's turn, it is going to use a legendary action to try to swing Das Tentacle. Currently on the deck, there is Vulcan and Totoma, and Ray, you kind of step down a little bit. So
Yeah, I'm kind of like in the doorway, trying to not get smoked so Totoma can keep going fast.
Totoma, you are getting attacked by a tentacle. That is a
Okay.
35 to hit.
Holy fuck.
Wait, I got haste. I might. No, it doesn't help.
That's 22 damage.
Okay.
Okay. And you are grappled.
Nice.
And until the grapple ends, you are considered restrained.
Very nice.
And that is it for that. It is going back to the start over to Ray.
2 questions.
Yes.
What is the, like, it's nighttime now. What is the cycle of the moon?
What is the cycle of the moon? That is a question I
What-
did not expect to hear.
I'm sorry, you wrote in the letter, a 10-day after the fullest moon of summer. Are we in summer?
Yes, it is summer. You're about a week out of a full moon. So you're a week
Okay.
before the fullest moon.
So this guy just doesn't want any early party crashers. Alright, secondly, he communicated to us
Telepathically.
mentally.
Yes.
Okay. With my wizardly training,
Mm-hmm.
would I know if this is a two-way thing, that if I think something hard enough, it'll hear me, or I have to physically talk to it?
Roll a nature or history check.
Let me see what's better here. I'll tell you in a second. Really, history's not bad. I will probably do history it is. That is a... Just want to make sure that's number. 24.
24. You're aware that it could probably, if you attempt to communicate telepathically, it might be able to intercept it.
Okay. I'm going to just extend my mind. I have no spell because it's not a person, so I can't charm it. So I'm just going to try to communicate to it and just say, we received a letter from the children of Fae that says here that there is an upcoming exhibit and that we should follow the tail of the bear. Does that have anything to do with you, or you just feel like we're trespassing on your turf?
You just hear... That's all you hear from that.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so let me check my spells again, because I want to make sure I do my next thing as good as I can. Okay, so I want to make sure I can cast it too. So I If I have one concentration spell, I can't cast I can't cast another concentration spell, but I can cast another spell, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just check here. Where is it? Cool. So awesome. I will go book it, and I'm gonna run up to the tentacle. Activate my blade song, so my AC goes up and all that stuff.
Yep.
So I can use an attack and cast a spell, correct? For my attack action?
You can cast
no.
with your song thing. You can do a cantrip and an attack.
An attack.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will run up to the tentacle as Vulcan and Totoma see me with my sword out, just running full speed. As soon as I get close to the tentacle, I'm gonna cast Thunderstep.
That is a bonus action, I believe, right?
An action.
Thunder clap.
Thunderstep.
Thunderstep is a full-on action, I believe.
Yes, bonus action to activate my.
It is not a cantrip. So you don't want to attack?
I'm not attacking.
Okay,
I'm just running with the sword out because I want my blade song, and then as soon as I get close to it, Thunderstep. So that is, just make sure I have all
Con save, I believe.
instantaneous. Yeah. Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Nope. 29.
That's a failure. I think it takes half. Yes, it takes half.
And I believe you got inspired.
Yeah.
Oh, so that means
You have been inspired, Ray.
which
it
means
does nothing for your spell right now.
Okay, cool. So that's 7, that's 15, that's 17. 17 points of halved, so that means 8 points of thunder damage to it. So I'm just gonna make sure I press cast on it there, because just wanna make sure. Son of a bitch. Thunderstep. I'm gonna put cast. Okay, and then I'm going to go 90, like, and 90 feet up, straight in the air. Okay. And as I am 90 feet up, can I use my reaction on my turn?
To cast Featherfall?
Yes.
You can.
I want to stay up there.
And that doesn't stop you from falling, just makes you fall, like, softly.
And slower than straight up.
Okay,
So,
sure, if you want to use a spell slot to fall slower, sure.
I want to fall slower, so it has a reach over 90 feet? I just don't want to be hit.
Okay.
Featherfall. And there we go, that's my turn. That's everything I can do. All my actions, bonus actions.
Cool. That is action, bonus action, and yeah.
Reaction.
At the end of your turn, is going to use another legendary action, and is going to try to hit Totoma yet again. That is a
cast counterspell.
28 to hit. That is 19 points of damage. Okay, cool. And you guys hear at this point that the ship is starting to crackle a bit. And it is time for a lair action. The water seems to... You feel a bit of static there, Luther. And I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw as you see from the dark shape underneath the ship, basically electricity fill the water.
Oh, great. That's a 12.
That is 9 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. After that, we're going over to the Kraken's turn. You see now one more tentacle pop up. So there's 4 on one side, 3 on the other, 1 through the hull. You see the ship. You hear cracking as it seems to be getting pulled down a bit as the tentacles start to kind of put their weight on the sides of the ship. And you see this large face. It looks almost like a pug if it had like a skin disease just pop up like, and is going to try to smack. Actually, it is going to use a lightning storm ability. From the no, that's good. So from the sky, 3 bolts of lightning shoot out, and one is going to go for Ray, one is going to go for Vulcan, and one is going to go for Totoma. I would like each of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay, let me just check my blade song shit there, because I did some stuff wrong last game. So I finished on acrobatic checks. Shit. All right. So you said a dexterity saving throw. Does
Dexterity saving throw, yeah.
6.
Wait, do I have disadvantage because I'm restrained, but I have advantage because of haste? So does that just one roll?
You have yes.
Still 17.
Okay, cool. The number you're looking
Oh,
for
wow.
is 23, just so you know.
Yeah, I got a 6.
Okay, cool.
With my advantage, I had to roll higher than that, but
Oh, good lord. These D10s do not want you guys to survive. Okay, so on a failed save,
Everyone.
that is 35 damage. 35 lightning damage. That's on 4d10. 8, 8, 9, 10.
Watch, I'm coming!
Yeah, so after that, that is it for the Kraken.
So what is half of 35?
Half of 35 is still 17.
17. Let's see if I can succeed that concentration check there, Totoma. Oh, okay, that I succeed. That's a 17 plus 4 to any con, plus 13, so that's 30. Concentration's a beast. Blade Song is a good build.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So there's that. That's it for the Kraken turn. At this point, you just hear, "Oh no, what is going on?" And you see Rabiel just like run out with his loot in his bag, just like, "Fuck this shit!" Runs and just jumps in the water. You just see his loot kind of float as he like starts to swim with his bag under his arm, and he. That is Rabiel's turn.
Question:
Yes?
Wasn't there a thing of quippers following the boat?
No, there was a thing of quippers at one point, but you guys have sailed
Okay.
since then. Yes.
Okay. Just Jordan putting us in a meat blender right away.
Yeah. Just a side note, I forgot to set up the thing for the D4. So the player that gets healed, just feel free to roll it.
that's what I did.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll roll the one for the mass healing word. Actually, just take 4. Just take 4 for the mass healing word. I forgot to set it up. Just take 4.
So I'm so happy.
What does it
After
matter?
35 damage, thank you, chat. Thank you. I really needed that.
When you
I'm serious.
when you hit with the 35, I had 36 left.
Woo! Well, Vulcan, what would you like to do? It is your turn.
I'm guessing you rolled that D100.
No?
Okay.
He had this planned.
What do you mean the D100? For your god?
The divine
Yeah, you-
intervention.
You cast divine
Cast-
intervention?
He
It's,
did cast.
It's an action.
light.
Oh,
I cast.
You cast
So
light as an action.
He did.
Oh yeah, because divine intervention counts as an action.
It does.
Yeah.
And light, I shouldn't have cast light. Oh well. And at this point, then I'm going to actually use divine intervention.
Okay, could you read it for me?
Okay. You call on your deity to intervene on your behalf when your need is great. It's very great right now. Imploring your deity's aid requires you to use your action, describe the assistance you seek, and roll a percentile dice. If you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes, the DM chooses the nature of the intervention. The effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate. So, if your deity intervenes, you can't use this feature again for 7 days.
Okay, cool. So
And if he doesn't intervene, I can use it again after a long rest.
right.
Yeah, there was 2 mass healing words redeemed.
Cool. I would just like you to describe what kind of aid you're asking for.
For either this creature to be gone or taken care of, or for us to no longer be on this godforsaken boat. And by that I don't mean the boat be gone and we're be in the ocean floating around and dying. Paylor, you know better than that.
Sounds good. So you are level 10.
Yes. It's a 10% chance.
95. Nope. That is... it's quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite. Yeah.
Paylor's like, nah, not this time. Okay, perfect. That is your action. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Vulcan who?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a bonus okay, so if that's my action, as a bonus action, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother casting Shield of Fate, because, like, it's gonna, at that point, would you allow me to put my shield on, or no?
Sure, yeah, put your shield on.
It's not for the AC, it's for just at least having the goddamn shield.
That sounds good.
Jordan's way of saying, sure, put it on, it doesn't fucking matter.
We'll call it a bonus action for you to strap your shield on. How about that?
Yep.
Yep. You're putting on your shield of faith. There you go. That's what...
There you go. That's right.
We're going over to Totoma's first, but first, we're going to use a tentacle attack as a legendary action, and it's actually going to attack Vulcan this time. That is a natural 1, so regardless of what the plus is, that is a miss. That is the first miss. For everyone, I think, actually.
There's my divine intervention.
Yeah. Boom! Right next to you, like, oh! Okay, cool. Totoma.
Oh, I am still restrained.
You are, yeah.
So I'd have to use an action to try to break free.
Currently, yeah.
Technically, does haste give me an extra try? No, because it's attack, disengage.
Does it give you extra thing for saves? I don't remember. Oh, I have it here.
Dex save.
Dexterity saving throws. No, it does not really do anything in terms of that.
Okay. Well, I can't do anything else, or else it would just be damage, right?
For the what? Sorry.
I can still attack, but it's a disadvantage.
Right.
Or I can try to break free.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna use my regular action to try and escape.
Okay. Cool. Roll a acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Very nice. Woo! 28.
Nice. You successfully managed to, I'm guessing, acrobatics.
Yeah.
Swirl yourself and squeezes you out. It's a little bit slimy, you know. Just squeezes you out.
How far is the head of the Kraken from where I am?
I'd say about 20 feet.
Cool. So I'm guessing as it restrained me, what was I like kind of up in the air kind of thing? Like when it restrained me?
I'd say sure. Your feet were just off the ground. That's why your speed was 0.
Well, what I'm going to do, I have double speed, so I have total of 90 feet regular.
Okay.
So I'm going to run up to the tip, like the
front of the boat?
front of the ship, jump off, and use my gliding ability.
Okay.
And I want to glide all the way on his face.
Okay, sounds good.
You know what? If we're going to die, might as well go die.
So you run to the front of the boat, jump off, and flying squirrel your way to this the face of the Kraken. Is there anything else you would like to do? You still have your...
I'm just gonna like hold on, and I'm gonna say, "We were invited to come here," and I'm just gonna punch him with my last attack.
Not the one attack. You technically have your bonus action as well.
That's right. So I could, yeah.
I said we
20
were invited.
Chris Rock
22.
voice and everything.
22 to hit.
That is a hit.
13 damage. So I use my d6 for the once per turn.
Okay.
And might as well fucking key point Fury of the Blows.
Do it.
Ooh, 26 to hit.
That is a hit.
And 5 bludgeoning damage. We were invited here.
Poke him in the eye.
Well, that's basically what I had in mind. Just like go out right to his eye and be like, we were invited.
So that was 1 for the flurry of blows, right? You still have 1?
All right, Fury Blows at
It's
2.
2, yeah. Martial arts, you
Gotcha.
always get 1, but then flurry of blows is 2 instead.
And then he has the extra action with the haste.
That was
Yeah,
the
my
first
first
attack.
one.
Okay.
That was the first
Okay.
attack. Yeah.
We were
What?
invited.
21 to hit.
That is a hit.
6 bludgeoning.
Cool.
I was like, you know what? If we gonna die,
I mean, whatever. That works. Okay, cool. After your turn, it is going to use a legendary action and use the Lightning Storm ability. I would like the other 3, not the guy on his face, but the other 3 players to roll a dexterity saving throw.
It's a natural 1 on my end.
It's a 14.
That is not enough. The number you're looking for is 23.
Oh shit.
So Vulcan.
I'm gonna use absorb elements though.
Okay, good. This is much lower. 11, 16. That is 16 lightning damage.
Oh.
And could you roll a constitution or concentration check on your spell there, Ray?
That is 30 something.
30 something?
30 something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's 18 plus 13.
31. Okay, cool. That is the legendary action after that. It is Luther.
Yup. Guess we're gonna just blast another scorching ray at it.
Sounds good.
Natural 20 on the first one.
Nice. Natural 20.
So it's 16 damage on the first hit, and then I'll do the other 2. So 23 to hit for the second.
Yep.
17 to hit for the third.
That is a miss. 18 is the magic number.
Ah. Okay. Alright.
The first player miss.
So
That's
another
the
11 damage.
Perfect. Was there anything else you would like to do with your movement or bonus action?
No, that's it. Hoping these people can figure a way off this damn boat.
Okay, no, that's fine. We're going all the way back to Ray.
So you're getting smoked twice by lightning and dropping down 60 feet.
You're like, I'm safe. Like, ah!
I forgot science.
it just hits you a little bit faster.
Yeah, hits you first, then spreads to the other ones.
He just goes, it sucks, and then just gonna touch himself and go, I need friends, and cast mirror image on himself.
Okay.
Your friends with all the other ones are about to die.
And so that's an action, and I'm 30 feet. What do I got here for?
I don't think you have a cantrip as a bonus action.
Nope. I do not. I don't have a bonus action cantrip, and I'm just gonna go. All four of us just go, and just smoke comes out of our mouth.
Sounds good.
And
Oh, what was
that's
it?
it.
That's it. Yeah,
That's it.
I would say that you do get back to the ground though.
Just on the ground with the other four. Just like, this sucks.
I'll give you the option to kind of guide your fall. Do you want to fall in the boat or in the water?
Would I have?
Trying to swim in the air as you're falling. The feather fall.
How far is the head?
The head from you falling is about, I'd say, 30 feet, like diagonally down.
So could I go get to the head?
I'd get you to make an athletics check to try to swim through the air.
Try that. Athletics. Let's do D20. That's a 17.
I would say that you know this is out of desperation. You see the copies of you swimming as well. You feel like they're helping, but they're definitely not. And you do actually manage to kind of float your way, similar to Totoma's gliding ability. You're like, you start falling faster and faster diagonally as you land on this thing's face.
It's gonna land on its face and go. It's like, grab. Totoma's probably way taller. And you just lean on his leg and go. And I'm gonna look at the Krak and then go, if I'm going to stab you in the eye, you piece of shit. Stop.
Okay, perfect. So after that, it is the
And there's four of us.
It is the lair currently. It is going to the people in the water, Rabiel and Luther. You feel a static pulse grow in the water, and you're like, "Ooh, something's charging up." Yeah, that's as much I'll say for that. The next turn is the Kraken's turn. So the Kraken does more and more weight gets put on the boat as the beaver dam. You hear it crack and crunch, and you see the front and the back of the ship kind of crack up as you hear a big pop. And you can tell the ship is definitely going down at this point. But as well, it will is currently grappled onto Totoma and Vulcan, I think. Or no, actually Miss Vulcan. Okay, cool. It's going to roll to see who it's attacking on the deck. Vulcan or Totoma. Vulcan. Oh, wrong D20, this one. Not that it matters. That is a 32 to hit. Yeah, it's going to grapple you with a tentacle and deal 21 damage. And the next two attacks, I'll do it this way. It has 3 tentacle attacks, each of which can be replaced with a fling. So I'm going to fling both of you, but they're basically going to fling you the other side of the boat. So it's going to throw you 10 feet and whip you against the boat each way.
Or for us, you mean?
For Totoma and Vulcan, yeah. Or sorry, no, Totoma's not grappled. It was just Vulcan on the ship. Ew.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Vulcan, you're just gonna get chucked on the other side of the boat. That is 6 bludgeoning damage. 6 bludgeoning damage. Can you make a dex saving throw?
Why are you giving me these things that I'm just piss poor at? It's fine. It's cool. That is a 11.
So you smack the other side of the ship. As you can tell, the floor is getting more and more slanted, and you fall prone instead of being standing. It wouldn't have changed the damage, just you're prone now, and it's going to try to smack you with a tentacle again.
Okay.
27 to hit.
I'm dead, no matter what you roll for damage, so...
Okay. 21, just to...
Yep.
Cool.
You're down?
Yep. Fucking yep.
Okay, well,
Fine.
Claire...
We'll see you soon, friend.
Fuck.
Cleric is down. After that, it is going over to Rabiel's turn. Swimming, trying to get as far away. No swim speed, not very far from the ship, but that's as much as they're doing. Vulcan, could you make a death saving throw?
With fucking pleasure. Want me to message you in private?
No,
do
just
that?
roll it privately. Just keep the knowledge to yourself. I don't need it.
Okay.
Cool. After that, we're going over to Totoma.
I'm still holding on.
You're still on its face.
I'll just keep.
You're riding
Sit on
its
it.
face.
Sit on it. Sit on it.
From his perspective, it won't change much. I'll just like keep looking at him in the eye. Stop hurting my friends. We were invited. Yeah, fuck it. That's a miss. 12.
12 is a miss.
Crit.
Crit, nice.
And I'm gonna use my fire shackle. He's gonna break free, but he still takes damage.
Nice.
And I'm gonna. So. So it's that. 17. You want me to separate the fire damage?
Nope.
Okay. So it's. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoo-hoo. 25. 37 total.
Woo! Nice.
That was like 8d6.
That is a lot.
So I use my fire rune.
You guys have dealt 165 damage to this thing.
Like what, 3 something? Second attack 16.
16 is a miss.
Figured. I obviously am using my bonus action. Okay, so that was both attacks. That was my haste, let's say, and then my second attack, or my
Bonus action.
bonus action. 21. 9 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And the last attack misses.
Okay. Right on. After that, we're going over to Luther's turn.
Well, see Vulcan fall. I know I gotta do something or he's dead. So I'm going to cast Fly.
On Vulcan's corpse, so it looks like he's ascending.
Well, it's touch, and he's a little far away for that, but yeah, and then I'm just gonna fly up like 30 feet out of the water.
Yep.
And that's it for this turn, because I got no useful bonus actions for this character.
Sounds good. We're going to it's like, get off of my face, and it's going to use a tentacle to try to smack one of the guys on the face. High, low. It's attacking Ray.
Okay, let me see if it attacks one of my doubles.
Yes.
It does.
Okay. Oh, I still need to roll to see if it hits. That is a crit.
Mirror image, motherfucker!
You're like, boosh, like basically, like.
Quick question: since it's smacking itself in the face, does it hurt itself?
It is going in a swiping motion. We've all swatted flies. You're basically a fly to this thing. Yeah.
I'm a fly. Totoma's a horsefly.
Ray, it is your turn.
Straight up, just going to go fuck this, and I'm gonna grab my sword and just try to drive it in its eye.
Okay.
That is a 28 to hit.
28 is a hit.
Okay, and I'm going to use my second attack to cast the Booming Blade cantrip.
Yes, so on your second attack, we'll do that. So the first hit is normal, the second roll, yeah.
The Booming Blade?
Yes, it's a separate attack.
Oh, so do I have to cast Booming Blade before I do the hit?
Yes, right now, this is normal,
okay.
and then Booming Blade will be, yeah. It is as you attack,
Good.
it is part of the cantrip.
Okay, good to know. Didn't know, I thought it was like a Divine Smite type thing.
Nope.
Okay, that is fucking 7 points of slashing damage.
You go to smack its eye, and your sword hits, and as far as you can tell, is your sword magical?
No, because I don't have a Shadow Blade.
Okay, perfect.
It's just
So-
typical bastard sword.
So you go to smack it, and it's just looking at you. You see the pupil fucking massive, bing, and you feel your sword hit, and it feels like the hardest piece of glass you've ever seen. You can feel that it's probably immune to your sword strike.
I was gonna say my attack counts as magical.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
making sure.
Fuck. Yay. So I'm just... Fuck. Can't use my action to cast Shadow Blade. Should have done that the first time. But whatever, I'll just do fucking swing to do the Booming Blade damage. Oh, it doesn't hit.
No. Okay.
Don't hit.
Okay. Was there
Fucking
anything
hate
else you
this
wanted
guy.
to do?
I'm going to look at him and go, if we're trespassing, we will leave. Just let us go. We're gone. We're out of your fucking hair. Do you have hair, you scaly son of a bitch? We just want to leave. We will stop trespassing and we will leave. I'm small. I'm not going to be tasty. And that, can I roll persuasion?
Sure. Roll a persuasion check.
20. I want to use my inspiration if I can.
Sure. The best use of it.
That is my persuasion. Persuasion. That's a 16, baby.
Alrighty, we're going over to the lair's turn. At this point, Luther, as you leave the water, you see the static that built up that you felt before leaving the water, just similar to earlier, but you feel like if you were in the water, you would have probably had vulnerability to this damage. You just see Rabiel just trying to swim with his bag, just go, and just like you hear like things like fall out of his bag and splash, and you just see him floating face down. Okay, we're going over to the Kraken's turn. At this point, I'm going to roll to see who he's going to hit. High, low. I'm saying that for myself. Low.
Figured.
Totoma. He's going to try to whip his face around and try to bite you.
Ah.
Yes, it does have a mouth. This is an important roll. Oh, that is cocked. 24.
Question.
Okay.
My Cloud Ruin says that I can move the attack to something that's 30 feet from the attacker.
Okay.
Can I say that it says another creature, but given the size of this thing, can I move its attack to like hit one of its tentacles? Or like...
Huh. I will rule of cool it. I would say yes.
Perfect. As it goes to
Thank
attack
you.
me, you see coming from Totoma, like this gauntlet, a yellow cloud that goes and that like kind of like grabs a tentacle and whack and redirects it towards another one of its tentacle.
So it goes
and
to...
it takes. Oh no, sorry, it's its mouth. Right.
Yes, it's trying to bite, yeah.
So it grabs one of its tentacle and just shoves the tentacle in its mouth, and he bites himself, and he takes the damage.
Right. Okay, let me just roll some damage here. Really low. Oh my god. So you guys wouldn't know this, but 16. Okay. And that's it for its action. We're gonna
Nimbus!
Exactly. Let me just check here. It might not have been that bad. Let me just roll to see if Rabiel would be worth making death saving throws. Yeah, okay. Right on. We're going over to Vulcan.
Carry on.
Okay. Totoma.
I'm gonna keep punching and keep repeating myself.
Okay, yeah.
Natural 1.
Okay. That is a miss.
18.
That is a hit.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I didn't bother with the strength save because I'm guessing his plus is.
Yep.
I think that's a good assumption.
It is more than its con, if that helps.
Yeah. 15 to hit.
15 is a miss.
Okay. So that was my haste. I will bonus action. $21. 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's a fail. I will action surge.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20.
That's a hit.
That's a 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And that is a 10. So that's a miss.
Okay. Perfect. You guys have dealt a lot of damage. After your turn, it is going to use a tentacle attack and try to smack Ray. Or swat Ray.
One of my duplicates.
Okay, perfect. It was 22 to hit.
Left. Yeah, that hits. Like, they've got an AC of 11.
Yeah. Cool. We're going over to Luther.
So I'm going to fly over to Vulcan.
Okay.
How far away was I?
You were 40 feet away from the boat, I think, in the water. So if you flew up, you're
Okay.
still about 40 feet.
Cool. So I have 20 feet of movement left after. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1d8 plus
That's
spellcasting unless you cast it higher level.
Yeah, 11. That's what I was looking at, but I only got one other higher spell slot. And, I think we might as well save that for a minute. So 11 points of health back to Vulcan.
Thank you.
And then I'll fly my 20 feet back away to try to get as much of the range of tentacles as I can.
So you're trying to leave the range of the tentacles?
Yep.
Back of opportunity.
Like an opportunity attack kind of.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, I didn't say Vulcan was all that smart.
Sounds good. It's going to use its reaction to try to smack you.
I love how you said Vulcan and not Luther. It's fine.
Oh, sorry. Vulcan just like, no punishment. Yeah, Luther. Sorry. 23 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
That is 19 points of damage. And I would like you to make a. You were actually grappled.
Huh? Okay.
Yep.
Don't. You're not escaping this reach.
And just basically grabs a hold of you. If the attack hits, you're grappled, and you're considered restrained. Cool. After that, are you done with your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's actually going to use a legendary action to try to. It's going to try to smack Ray again.
That's enough. That's my last duplicate. Mirror image has saved my ass.
Okay, that is a 27 to hit, so that mirror image is gone. Okay,
By myself.
Going over to Ray's turn.
Looking at my bastard sword and looking at this thing in the eye, I'm going. Violence is the only action then, and I'm going to bonus action cast Shadow Blade at 3rd level.
Is it a concentration spell?
Yeah, so haste would fade.
Okay, just so you know, when haste ends,
Yeah.
essentially
incapacitated.
Totoma loses a turn.
I'm sorry, Totoma.
It's fine.
So yeah, Shadow Blade is cast.
D8 of helping
Blade.
for Ray. Ooh.
And I am going to. So what's the D8 of helping? What does that do?
Rolled a 4.
Which is.
I don't know. I don't have the chart in front of me.
Double speed
Double
for
speed.
1 hour.
Just running circles on its face. So I'm going to use my attack action to just try to stab it in the eye again as my bastard sword just starts to radiate black smoke.
Sounds good.
So if I want to cast Booming Blade, do I say now?
Yes. Casting it,
'Kay,
part of the casting the spell is a weapon attack.
Okay, so I'm doing that now.
Okay. So your first attack is Booming Blade.
Yeah, and that is a 25 to hit.
That is a hit.
So then I just roll. So what do I roll? Normal damage plus the Booming Blade?
Yes.
Okay, so that
No,
is... I
yes.
think that's-
And then it takes extra damage if it moves, right? Is that how it works?
Booming Blade, since I'm 10th level, at 5th level, extra 1d8 thunder damage, and the damage target moving increases to 2d8. So if it moves, it takes 2d8 thunder damage, and on this hit, it takes 2d8 thunder damage.
Cool.
So, in other words, I would roll 3d8 in total.
2d8 from the weapon.
Yes, but it's technically, we're just reskinning Shadow Blade, so I'd be hitting with the Shadow Blade, which is basically a magic attack. So would I add that damage to it?
What's the Booming Blade? Is it 2d8?
Booming,
Because it
Booming
should be like
Blade
48, right? I think.
at 10th level, it is 2d8.
Right. So your Shadow Blade is 2d8, right? Plus 2. That should be
Shadow
4.
Blade is I
third
casted
level is what?
it. Sorry, fourth. Sorry, I did fourth. I'm sorry, it was my last fourth
Okay.
one. So that is at fourth. It is 3d8. So
Okay,
3d8
so it
for
should
the
be,
sword.
So it should be 5d8.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
If
First time spellcaster.
If Booming Blade is 2,
Yeah.
it should be 5. 3 plus 2.
Okay, so
Quick maths.
quick maths. Just looking for that extra d8. There we go. So that is 10, 17, 23, 24 on the first hit. And do I do my extra attack or that's it? 24 in total.
You still have an attack.
Okay, so I'm going to use my second attack.
Yep.
With just Shadow Blade, which is another 25 to hit.
Cool. So that should be the 3d8.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now. That is... Ooh, that's a good roll. 11... 18 points as I just start stabbing it in the eye. Repeatedly.
Cool.
Taking a bead from Totoma going, wait, what? Invited!
So you're stabbing it in the face. That's fine. We're going over to a lair action.
Fuck this thing. Jesus Christ.
The good thing so far, lair actions are pretty much things in the water from what you've seen. So moving on to the Kraken's turn. It's actually going to try to... You know, it's going to try to bite you, Ray.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Just... As it goes to bite me, I just pull on it, do like a chin up on its fucking eyelid.
That's
You trying to be an alpha bro right now or something? I'm just gonna do a chin up on his eyebrow. Fuck you.
Let's roll this.
No, I'm just thinking of what I can grab.
From the water, you just see twitches, and you see reveal like, "Ah, what is going on? It just starts swimming. Not today. It just starts swimming. Natural 20 on the death save. Reveal will not die. Okay, perfect. And then we're going over to Vulcan.
Fuck, dude.
Hey, I'm gonna stand up because
Yeah,
I was
I
knocked
think
prone.
it missed the or did it hit you? After it threw you, it hit you, right?
No.
It missed?
Yes, that's what downed me. That's what downed me.
Oh, right. So you're technically grappled. No, I'd say let it go. You stop squirming, let you go. Cool.
Went limp.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like, this thing's dead.
This doesn't feel nice anymore.
There's live
It's
things to attack. Why would I attack a down thing?
What?
The shots fired.
It was trying to prove a point.
Cool. Anyways, Vulcan, go ahead.
So I'm gonna stand up and be like, oh, because that last thing I remember, I was just like, done.
Clap to death.
Clap. And at this point, I'm just gonna like muster as much divine energy as I have in me left in my like fleeting carcass, and I'm going to cast. I can find the spell name because I almost think I have it right, but don't want to fuck it up. Guiding Bolt. Yes, that's what I thought.
Nice.
With my shield that's on my arm. So if my shield is lit up, is that a concentration spell? No.
Light? I don't think so.
It just stays on for the amount of time.
Light is not concentration, no.
So my shield is still glowing.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna like cast Guiding Bolt from my holy symbol on my shield, and I'm going to use it as a level 4 spell. Click that off right away. And at this point, in Celestial, I am going to tell it that, Begone Beast, we were invited, like, we are only trying to go somewhere that we were invited, because I've been hearing everybody else say that, but I'm just, like, in my angry Celestial speech now. So I'm going to roll to hit. That is a 24.
That is a hit.
Sadly, not a crit, but that's fine. I'll take it.
That would have been nice.
So, with the extra, I think it's 3. Hold on.
If it's the first level, it'll be 3 extra dice.
Yeah. Which is the D8s, I think, there. Guiding Bolt. I can see it, obviously,
Yes,
right?
yes. There's tentacles. Like, it doesn't have to
Ending
be the
up.
face. There's a lot of it showing.
True. That's true. Oh, sorry, they're D6s. I only have 2 D6s. I'm going to roll it in stream, because why not? So 46 plus an additional 1d6 after. Okay. So another 3. So that would be a total of 7d6. Is it exclamation point? Is that what it is?
Exclamation point D6. Oh, no, sorry, for roll 20?
Nope, for inside the chat there.
Oh, I don't have a D6 set up. There's something I made. It's not part of Twitch. Sorry.
It's not your fault. I need to open this up bigger again now. Oh my god, where's the chat? Okay. It's in D20
Slash R.
Discord, sorry.
Oh,
/R.
no, it won't work in Discord either. This.
Oh my
actually,
God.
It might actually. I don't remember what it is. Is it /R?
Okay,
I think so, maybe.
I'm gonna do this my way then. Sorry for the
Oh,
tardiness
.R,
here.
I think.
7
No, I have no idea.
7d6. There we go. That is 29 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
And the next attack roll made against it has advantage.
Nice. Cool. So after was there anything else you would like to do?
No. I can't really do anything else. That was my action, so.
Okay, perfect. You notice that there's water coming up close to your feet at this point. You're not quite in the water, but you're pretty close. The boat is basically broken in half. Each side is basically slanted, and it's slowly going down. From there, it's actually going to try to smack someone. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's actually going after Vulcan again. It's going to try to smack you. It's like, oh, I thought I killed you, basically. That is 21 to hit.
Yep.
That is 18.
I'm like, pew, laser beam, and then after that, I'm down again.
Schmack. Okay, that was a, yep. After that, we're going to Toto.
Well, I'm still up. So,
Wait.
will...
Haste. Did haste just came off?
Oh, yes. You can't take, what is it? You can't take actions. The target can't move or take actions until its next turn of Wave of Lethargy sweeps over it.
I'm just like, I'll just look at it and be like, come on, man, we were invited.
It's like, ugh.
Why are you doing this? Fuck!
I'm guessing that's your turn?
Yeah, I'm really mean mugging him. Like, why are you?
You're like, molasses. Okay, perfect. After your turn, is going to use its last legendary action, and is going to try to smack one of the people on the face. It's either going to be Ray or Totoma. High-low. It's going to try to attack Totoma.
No.
29 to hit. That's a hit. No fancy shit.
Evasion.
20 damage.
He down.
Smack. Totoma goes limp and slides off into the water.
Like, is he floating next to the face?
He's floating next to the face.
Okay. Because I know it's my turn after the Toma.
It is not.
Huh? Oh, no, it's Luther.
Yes. Luther, your turn.
God damn it. All right.
God damn it.
Basically. So Vulcan would be within 15 feet of me right now, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I think you flew 20 feet away. You specified 20 feet away after you healed him.
Well, but then I got grappled.
Right. You're still
So
grappled.
I didn't know how far I got.
It didn't
Okay.
it didn't drag you in.
Okay, cool. Well then, I'm just gonna do a Thunder Wave and see if I can. If that will get it off of me.
I don't know what happened, but yeah, you do it.
Yup.
A con save?
Yeah, con 17. I'm sure I'll pass. Hey, I can do some damage too, right?
21. So it is not pushed.
Alright, but it will take a whole 9 thunder damage.
I mean, it is what it is. Cool.
And yeah, no bonus actions and can't move, so I'm done.
Cool. You're just like, uh-oh. Cool. After your turn, we're going over to Ray.
Seeing Totoma go down and feeling terrible that he was lethargic because of my decision, I'm going to go, I don't like being alone on this face. And I'm gonna like have my sword just holding on to the Kraken's face as it's watching me touch Totoma and go, get up, you beautiful monkey. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
There you go.
Alright, that's my last 4th level slot.
4d8 plus whatever.
4d8 plus 4d8 plus 4. Whoa, that's a good roll. 8, 16, 24, 25. That's almost max. I got 3 8s. 25 is actually 29, almost 30.
Nice.
Max. Almost max. I got 3 8s. That's my action. Bonus action. I don't have much. I'll just check real quick. Bonus actions.
Especially not when you cast a spell.
Yeah, and I got 2 weapon fighting. I don't know what that means.
If you
I don't know how I
have,
have to.
if you have 2 light weapons, you can attack with a second one.
Have 1 light weapon, which is my sword.
It's not even light. That's the worst thing.
It's versatile. I'm just gonna be like, as I touch the tome, I'm just gonna raise my hand and just in its eye go, the universal language.
It's definitely blurry. Imagine someone flipping you off from like a millimeter away from your eyeball, just like I can't.
Yeah,
see
but
that.
if I saw an ant flip me off, I'd be pretty terrified. Like, how does it know?
Oh, it'll treat you guys like ants. Don't you worry. Okay, moving from there, it is the lair. The lair is going to become electrically charged. All creatures in the water currently, could they make a Constitution saving throw? Totoma.
My
So
turn.
now,
No, you're in the water and it's charging up the water currently.
so technically, as I am down, and you said there was water at my feet.
Close to your feet. So you're like on the edge of water. Next turn, yeah, I'll say your next turn, you're gonna start to get submerged.
So not on top of death saves, I'll have to worry about drowning.
Yeah, but that's minutes down the road. Don't worry about that. That's minutes from now. It's a problem for future Vulcan. So yeah, con save for Totoma.
26, a crit.
Nice. That is a pass, but you do still take 5 lightning damage as the water becomes charged around the mighty Kraken.
Did the bar get far enough away yet?
Ooh, I would say. I'd say yeah. I think you see Rabiel in the distance, just like I'm going to, and he's swimming without his bag at this point, because once you die, you get woken up. Your possessions not the important thing. But after that, we're going over to the Kraken's turn, and it's going to look at you, Ray, as you're still flipping him off, and it's going to try to bite you.
Okay.
20 to hit.
I will cast shield.
Okay.
Brings me up to 22.
Okay, sounds good. That's it.
Cast that spell. Holy fuck! I am burning through spells, man. Jesus Christ.
From the distance, you see Rabiel. Holy shit! I am making it. I'm surviving. I'm going to sing songs about this, and just like, just swimming for his life.
Wait, is he swimming towards where the quippers were?
This was a while. This has been a while.
It's the ocean. He's not gonna make it.
So we're going over to Vulcan.
From a distance, just blast him.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Sing that.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, cool. After your turn, it's going to try to smack. It's going to try to smack Senor Ray. That is a 33 to hit.
With my shield, it's good. I cast shield. Don't worry. My prey showing.
That is 21 damage.
Oh, that hurts. Still up. Still up.
Okay, Toto.
Bleeding profusely.
So I'm in the water right now.
Yes. And
I
Ray, you
do
are
have-
grappled, just so you know.
On its
I did-
face?
Yep. 10,
Okay.
pretty much grappled next to its face.
Okay.
So you said I'm next to his face?
You are in the water right next to its face.
I have a climbing speed.
Yes?
May I climb back to where I was?
Certainly.
I will do that.
Yep, go ahead.
Listen to me! We were invited here!
Correct. I'm just next to Totoma going, fucking kill it.
24 on the first one. 8. I'm no longer giant, by the way, so 8 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Another 24. For 7 damage. Still got key points. Not much, but fuck's sakes. 13.
That is 13 damage or 13 to hit.
13 to hit.
Mm.
And 16.
Also a miss.
Yeah.
Those key points must be looking rough too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, after your turn, you're on the face. It's gonna try to grapple you.
I thought he was gonna say eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah, it's gonna try to grapple you. 22 to hit.
Yep.
That is 22 damage.
I had 20. Ooh.
Damn it.
It basically just goes to grapple you, and as you go limp, it releases you, so you plop in the water.
I just climb back.
So Luther, your turn.
Yeah. I am so out of options. I'm not strong enough to get out of this grapple. So I guess we'll just shoot a scorching ray at its face.
I will let you know, if you are trying to get free, it is not an opposed grapple check. It's just a DC that you're trying to reach.
Yeah, but I have +0 on strength.
I can let you know that it's possible.
I mean, I haven't been hurt while I've been grabbed, so I think I'm better off just trying to hurt him. So we'll do a scorching ray.
Sure.
Alright, first hit is a 27 to hit,
That is a hit.
22 to hit, and a 21 to hit, so all 3 hit.
Yeah.
That's a total of 28 fire damage.
Cool.
How's this thing looking?
Like a giant kraken. Its tentacles are beaten up. Its face is bruised a little bit. Like it's,
A couple scorch marks.
Yeah. It's how would I describe it? Still triple digits.
Does it have a black eye at this point?
I would say probably not yet. After that, we're going over to the another legendary action, and it's going to use the fling, Luther, and it's actually going to fling you to the boat.
Did you use them all?
This is
Or did you still have...
This is the third one. I did one after
Okay.
Vulcan, one after Toto, and one after Luther.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna fling you to the boat. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
7.
Okay, you take 5 damage and you are knocked prone on the boat, the opposite side of Vulcan.
I'm still alive!
Okay, we're moving over to Ray.
It is Totoma, like, if I fucking reach, could I touch Totoma?
I would say sure.
Eh.
It's a big face, and you're grappled, and Totoma also slid off. But for the sake of it, I will say that you can reach out and just barely touch his little monkey tail.
Okay. I'm going to look at it and just go, fuck you. And I'm casting Thunderstep while grabbing onto Totoma, and I'm trying to get to that boat.
Nice.
I saw Luther get thrown there. I know Vulcan is there. Somebody can heal him. I'm fucking running out of options, so I'm casting Thunderstep and taking us to the boat.
Okay, perfect.
We die together.
Yep, that's what's about to happen.
Con save 15.
That's a fail. Come on, saving grace. Let this be the turning point, motherfucker. 3d10. That is 11, 16 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And me and Totoma just appear on the boat.
So
Look at
all
Luther
four of
go.
you are on the boat currently.
Yes, I look at Luther and I just go, bring Vulcan back so he can bring Totoma back. I'm just bleeding profusely out of my mouth going, this hurts and it sucks.
So just so you guys know, the top of the boat is essentially submerged, like the railing still popping out, it's still there, but you guys are technically in the water.
Me and Totoma are on the railing like Jack and Rose on the back of the Titanic.
You are
Trying
touching
to
water, though.
On our I'm holding Totoma, standing up going, oh.
I say that because it is the Lair's turn, and it will electrically charge the water. I would like everybody in the water to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fail.
We auto fail.
No, con save
That
will
is
still
a
happen. Your body still fights
13.
stuff.
13.
Oh,
24!
25.
Oh! The passing number is
15.
23.
Oh,
15.
I'm not even gonna tell you my number. It's good. I fail.
but do we take damage still?
Yes.
You do actually. Fuck. I got excited, but like, yeah. So it is 11 lightning damage to fails. To fails, passes are half of that. So it would be
Down.
5.
I'm down. Luther is probably the only one standing.
And Reveal.
Reveal's fucking gone.
He's
They
Fucking
fought-
Reveal
he
survives.
is the smart one. Just got to point that out.
No, because if we weren't doing this, Reveal would be dead.
Also, if we tried to flee, what's stopping it from chasing us down and eating us?
Okay, Kraken's turn. So there's currently Luther up.
Yep.
It's going to try to bite you.
You're just gonna flood the chat with this.
That is a 20 to hit.
I'm gonna have to use shield, and it'll miss.
That's its turn. Vulcan.
Keep going.
Totoma. Luther.
Save us, Luther. You're our only hope.
I have one first level spell slot left. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I had to.
I can get one person up. That's it. And then probably die because I won't manage to escape.
I have cure wounds.
So does Vulcan.
Yeah, Vulcan has more spell slots than I do.
So can I reach any of them? Because I'm on the opposite side of the ship.
They're all
from
like the
Vulcan.
ship is just cracked and it's like through water. You can use your movement to get to the other side.
Okay, we'll get an opportunity attack.
No, you're still within the range of the Kraken.
Okay, I'm just
Just kidding.
yeah, I guess
No, just...
Vulcan's the one who I saw down first, so that's who I'm gonna go heal. So
Okay.
I assume they're in the worst shape. So you will. Oh, fucking! I rolled one on the die. Oh, 6 hit points. But hey, you're up.
Am I though?
Does life come back to Vulcan?
Life does not come back to Vulcan.
Oh, fuck!
I'ma get you. Uh-oh.
And then, because honestly, I'm dead anyways, I'm going to use the rest of my movement and try to fly away.
Okay.
Still talking about that backup character.
Yo, if I didn't come back for you bloody people, I would have been fine.
It's going to try to
Smack you out of the sky.
yeah, it's gonna try to tentacle you. This is an important roll here. Wait, no. Okay, you are still in range. I will say that. So currently, you have not left the range. If that makes sense.
Well, my fly speed is 60 feet.
Right. Flying this way and going up, you'd still be like within.
Okay.
Unless
Okay.
you want the opportunity attack, because
I honestly don't think it makes a difference.
if you
But no, we can let him just attack me on his turn because then he gets 3 attacks.
Okay. Ray.
Okay.
Okay. Lair action. You guys don't feel anything. And then the Kraken's turn. It is going to try to bite you, Luther, which it could have done as a reaction attack if you flew too high. So I kind of aimed it a little differently here. So I was gonna try to bite you. Natural 1. Not even fucking kidding. Not even. Okay, so that's that. Okay, Reveal. You guys don't. I guess Luther. Since you're a little bit higher up, you still see him in the distance, but he's not. It's not very far. We're gonna go over Vulcan. Toto.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, Luther.
Well, I've got literally nothing left to do, so disengage and fly in the direction the boat was headed, and hope I can find light.
Okay, so you disengage and fly away. We're gonna go to Ray.
Going.
Okay, we're going to the lair action, and it's going to. Okay, well, you guys would need to make a Constitution saving throw. Actually, no,
Taking damage.
it doesn't. It was only attacking because there was live people there, so that won't happen. The Kraken will grab the boat and basically start to pull down. As the chunks of the boat go underwater, you guys remain at the surface, and the tentacles start to go down. That's going to be the Kraken's turn. Reveal. Toto. Luther, you see the tentacles go down. You see bodies floating on the water. You see Reveal in the distance, a little speck just splashing about.
There's nothing I can do. I got nothing to try to bring anyone back, so I'm going to keep trying to go find a place of safety.
Okay. Ray.
Okay.
Okay. At this point, you see the tentacles completely gone. The boat no longer visible from the surface. You see
Vulcan sinking.
You see bubbles move around as the last little bits of air stuck in the ship just kind of blip, 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 blip. The bodies floating in the water. I don't know if anybody still needs to make rolls, but Toto. Okay. Luther, just keep flying.
Yeah.
Ray.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna go back to Toto. I don't know if you need to keep rolling. Okay. Luther, keep flying.
Yep.
Ray. Okay. So at this point, not meta at all, but okay. So, Toto, do you still need to roll, or has it been decided?
Has been decided.
Okay. I would like, I guess, Ray, could you reveal, unless you plan on doing something, Luther, Are you basically abandoning these corpses and just flying as far as you can with your spell?
Yeah, I had 10 minutes of flying, so
Just like
Naruto dash just in the air, just.
yeah.
Could you reveal the results of your rolls, Ray?
For my saves,
Yep.
2 successes, 3 failures.
Okay.
That last roll was literally life or death, and the first roll was a fucking 19. I was so mad.
Okay. I'll reveal some information about the Kraken at the end of this. Okay, we're gonna go over to Vulcan. Do you remember the numbers, or do you? We know the result. But...
Oh, I remember the numbers. 7, 3, 9.
Ooh.
So
3 in a row.
Oh.
Oh God.
yeah,
Now, if you want me,
Made it
I can
quick.
give you the numbers. I can give you the numbers if you want me. I can't remember them.
Oh.
Okay.
Sure.
It's 19, 6, 12, 3, 9.
Okay, we're gonna go over to Toto. What were your numbers? You want to reveal them that way?
well, auto fail with the attack.
Yes.
8,
Ooh.
13,
Ooh.
11, 19.
Oh,
Ooh.
Toto is alive.
Okay.
Alive.
So
Oh, you.
we're gonna go.
All alone.
So we're just gonna go to Luther at this point. Luther, you're flying as far as you can for these 10 minutes. You're hauling ass because you're dashing. I'm guessing, just getting as far as you can.
Yeah, I think everyone's dead, so I'm just trying to survive.
Exactly. You're flying away. In the back of your brain, you're like, wait, Rabeel's alive. But then you're like, fuck it.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Drag him? Like, I don't know what I was supposed to help him.
I'm wasting time.
So, yeah, you're gone. Where you're flying away. I'm gonna roll a D4 here. Oh, anyways,
Little G4 to take out my mic.
yeah. So, yes, we'll go back to Luther because it will take a few hours for Toto to see what happens there. But yes, Luther, you're flying. You notice that you're like, my spell is about to run out. Is there anything you would like to do?
I mean, looking for land if possible, like anything out of the water.
Roll a perception check.
Nine.
Do you? Oh, you do have dark vision, right?
Yes, I think 60 feet. Dragon.
Right. This is nighttime, which kind of makes it a little bit more eerie.
Yeah, 60 feet.
Cool. So you don't see any land, but you're gonna have to get in the water. At this point, you're like, wow, I'm flying in the air so quickly. You're basically dry. Then you're like, nice cool water. You eventually just have to end the spell, and you go down in the water, and you're there. You're middle of the night, middle of nowhere, middle of the ocean, alone in the water. Is there anything you would like to do?
God, I don't even know. No, I can't really think of anything. Just, start swimming until I'm exhausted.
Cool. You just start swimming and swimming and swimming in the direction you think you're headed the right direction. It's kind of really hard to tell. Pitch black.
Oh, yeah.
No landmarks. You're just like.
And I have no experience with navigation or being on the water or anything, so like I'm completely clueless. That's why I was just trying to get away.
Sounds good. You can tell that you're due for a long rest. That not only from the physical exhaustion, you probably get exhausted from just not sleeping. do you want to keep going, or do you want to try to maybe rest up somehow with the things you have on you?
Trying to think if I have anything that I could. There's nothing that would float. Besides just, laying on my back, floating at the current.
So are you gonna try to just swim through the night, or are you trying to just float and kind of rest as much as you can in this?
Yeah, float. Let's just float. Let's see where the waters take me.
A long rest does get you spells. That's one thing.
Yep.
I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
11.
11. I will say that you gain 1 level of exhaustion, but I will give you a long rest. And we will come back to you as you like you grab. I'm sure you have like a, I don't know if you have a pot or something, just something to hold on to just float enough to just, not sink as you sleep. So Totoma, we're gonna go back to you. You come to consciousness with a chill. Your fur's wet. You're in the water. You feel an arm around you, and you hear splashing. And you're looking. You don't see anyone in front of you. There's someone behind you, grabbing on and swimming.
I'll try to stealthily kind of look. So I can't. Is it like I'm facing like backwards?
Your head is facing the opposite way. Yeah.
From the legs or something that's beside me, can I tell who it is?
Sure. Roll a. Well, yeah. I'll say that you recognize the pants to be those of Rabiel. You also notice you also notice being dragged along next to you is a lute floating on the water.
As I'm kind of getting back to consciousness, I'll just say, "Where's Ray? Where's Vulcan? Where's Luther?
Toto, I went back for my loot, and you were still there. The others, they sank."
I tried to swim back the opposite way.
So you're trying to break the grapple.
Yeah.
He lets you go. He's like, we have to get there. I do not know. I do not know where it is. I'm getting exhausted. It is middle of the night. I can't see where I'm going. I just know I was lucky enough to find my loot, and you happen to be there.
Toto will just kind of just stare back, like he has no idea where to look, really.
Yeah,
but
just this direction.
And just kind of in disbelief and just a single tear. And he'll just kind of I'll grab my quarterstaff, and I don't know if it'll work, but I'll kind of put it in between my legs to kind of have some sort of support.
Like the pool noodle?
Kind of.
Sure, there's a bit of floating to the quarterstaff.
A bit of floating,
yeah,
just to help me a little bit, and I'll just, for once, Toto is quiet, and he just keeps swimming.
So he's like,
with Rabiel, yeah.
Yeah, Rabiel's like, you can rest up. I can keep going just a little bit, and he's like swimming and trying to pull onto you, or pull you, give you a tug.
The way I was doing it was just put the pole just as a support on me, and then just swim.
Oh, kind of like a paddleboard or
kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you're swimming. I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
16.
16. I will say that. Wait, are you trying to get a long rest, or are you going to try to swim through the night?
I'll try to make a distance, but as soon as whenever, because I don't have dark vision, so as at a certain point, I'm just gonna try to use my quarterstaff again, just kind of as a support, and just kind of rest on there.
Middle of a foggy night with no dark vision, middle of the ocean. You're basically in a float tank. You don't see anything.
Jack.
Yeah. So you can tell which way's up because there's a bit of glow in the clouds where a moon is probably. But yeah, Rabiel is like, I have to rest, and we can't get separated. And he kind of like tries to grab onto like your a piece of your clothing. He's like, I need to try to rest. And he like grabs onto his lute, which is like hollow and like bowl shaped. So he's like kind of floating. He's like, I never thought my lute would save my life. And he like kind of grabs onto it and tries to like rest a bit.
I'll grab some rope and I'll attach his lute, like one end of his lute, to the quarterstaff.
Sounds good. So yeah, he's trying to get some rest. Did you want to try to do the same?
Well, I'll suggest if he wants us to kind of keep watch, and there's only the two of us, so it's kind of hard to get a long rest. So, you know what? Yeah, might as well just both take a rest, I guess.
Perfect. So you do get one, I'll say one level of exhaustion, but you do get a full rest.
Okay.
So you're floating. As soon as you start to see a bit of light, you can tell the fog's starting to leave. But you do wake up, and Rabiel is floating next to you, and you can tell he's like pale. He's exhausted as well. Not in a good shape. Because he basically died. And he came back same as you. And you guys are kind of in the middle of nowhere. Could you roll a perception check?
That's cocked. What's my perception? Oh, 19.
19. So you're looking around to see if you can get a bearing at all, just like which way's which. You fell asleep at one point, 10 minutes here and there, but you'd always wake up when a little splash hit your face. But you managed to sleep a bit, and you're not sure at all which way's which. There's no.
Can I try survival because I'm proficient?
Sure, yeah. No. Okay. Rabiel, he's like, I don't know much, Toto, but I do know that the sun, it rises in the east. And I think we were traveling, I think southeast. So I think if we go this way, and he kind of points a little off from the sun, he's like, it must be that way.
And I roll insight on what he's saying, see if it makes sense to Toto.
Sure.
Insight 22.
22. You can tell that in his state he would not. You don't feel like he would lie at all. You feel like this is very sincere, very.
And Toto doesn't know any better with the rolls he's done, so.
Yeah. So
I'll follow his guidance.
So you guys start swimming. You can tell there's no. You have no idea of a landmark yet. So we'll go back to Luther. Luther, you wake up, splash from your face. You've been waking up throughout the night. That's why you have a level of exhaustion. It's been really hard to get any rest, essentially floating. But as a lot of people in these days, they need to learn how to swim, because if you fall in the water, you're done. There's no pool, so if you do fall in a river, essentially you get washed away, and that's it. You wake up and you see the sun rising, the fog burning off. You don't. Could you actually roll a perception check for me?
Okie dokie. 10.
10. You don't see anything. You see a lot of things, but you don't see a landmark. You don't see anything like that, and you don't hear anything. You just smell the sea. You feel incredibly cold, just from, even on a warm day, if you're in the water, you will eventually lose your body heat and go that way. and you're really unsure where you are. Is there anything you would like to do?
Well, I have no idea where I am, no idea which way to go, and no one else around.
You do have your spells.
I know. I'm debating on whether I want to use another fly right now, try to get high and be able to try to find anything. I think that's probably my best.
I'll use burning hand to like propulse me.
I was like, I have pyrotechnics, but I need fire already existing in order to use that. I could have made a firework up in the sky, like a flare, but I mean, I guess really I could shoot scorching rays up in the air, see if I can see it.
I can just shoot like lightning, whatever, like the radiant bolt in the air until
some kind of signal. Yeah. I'm gonna use a spell slot to cast fly and try to get up in the air and see if I can find anything.
Cool. Roll another perception check, and I'll give you advantage because you are higher up.
Ooh, 22.
22. Looking around, you're not sure which way you're oriented. It's difficult to tell in this situation. You're looking around for a landmark. You're looking around, and you actually see little splashes in the distance. It's like almost at the horizon, but you see like there's little white caps here and there from waves, but this is like a splash, like almost constant.
I'm gonna head towards it.
Sounds good. You're flying there. You get to you're flying pretty quick. Like it's 120 feet per second when you're
dashing.
Exactly. So you're hauling ass. Toto, Rabiel, you're swimming. You're not paying a whole lot of attention, but you hear something in the air, in the distance, that kind of sounds out of the norm from just the natural splashing in the waves. You look up and you see Luther flying towards you.
Shoot it. No, I'm kidding.
You son of a bitch!
First, Toto's like, "Is that Luther?" No.
So Luther, you do spot them, and you hear Toto cry out, and you see Rabiel, and he looks up and he smiles. He's like, he can make us fly. We're going to be okay.
I can't believe it. I thought everyone was dead.
I don't know what happened.
You didn't see the squid. That's what happened. Big squid grab smacky in the boat and like crunch, and I got and then I'm so happy to see you, Luther.
The other two didn't make it?
Alfred? No. Athena? No, they didn't.
They were gone before anything happened. They left.
Oh.
They were dragons.
Dragons?
They flew away and left us all behind.
He's gonna roll an insight check.
I'm gonna kind of pop my head and be like, "Yeah, I was there. Saw it too." Was I? I was there.
Yeah, I think everybody but
Vulcan.
But Vulcan,
Yeah,
right.
Vulcan was downstairs.
So, he's
With Fudge.
when Luther says it, he's super skeptical because you're a flying dragon currently. And he's like
Yep.
he's like, they were dragons and they flew away. He's like, But then you're like, yeah, I saw it. And he's like, he's kind of built a bond with you because you guys are in the middle of the fucking ocean, grappled onto each other, trying to not die. And he's like, okay, they were a little bit weird. They didn't bring any baggage at all, and they were so weird. They were. I'm just so glad. Can you make me fly?
I only can make one person fly. Do you know which direction we need to go?
And he like points, and he's like, I think southeast, and he kind of points towards where they were swimming.
Technically, if you like make him fly, you could drag me up and let me go, and I can glide for quite a while.
100 feet up, just
it's 5 5 foot forward per 1 foot of.
500 feet, just.
Yeah.
That might be better. My other option was going to be, a rope and basically tow ya.
Brings you to like the border of the atmosphere, just drops you. You're like.
See ya!
Just scared, picking up speed, just like. Oh goodness. So Reveal's like, okay, so what's the plan? We're gonna have to make it. I think we're still a couple days away. This is awful. At least a couple days. I don't know where it is, so it's hard for me to know, but
Nobody knows where it is. That's the problem.
that is the problem.
So how about both of you fly up? Both of you grab me, fly me up, and then as far as you want, and then just like let go, and I'll glide for however far I can glide.
So you wouldn't be able to bring both of you. That's one thing.
No, but like if he casts fly on himself and reveal, so they can kind of both grab me and fly up, and then let me go once they're there, just so it's not one person that has to drag me up.
I mean, if we have to spend the time to lift you up, would it just be as useful for us to both carry you forward?
Or that, yeah.
There's can't you, are you limited to only one person with fly currently?
Yeah.
There's that too. So Reveal's like, okay, so you can't make us all fly, but you can make one person fly. Make me fly. Make Reveal fly.
But I'm flying already. It makes sense for me to wait until I can't fly anymore, then cast fly on you.
How much time can you fly in a day?
10 minutes per cast. So we need to go.
Okay, and he just starts swimming. He's like, keep up, Dodo.
If I was to like drop a rope down and they were trying to float on their stuff, could I like get a little more speed? I know I'm gonna slow down, but to give them a little faster.
I'd say yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll drop a rope and be like, "Okay, kick! I'm gonna pull."
Yeah. So
I'm just gonna hold on to my like quarterstaff.
Just wrap it on. Yeah.
No, I'd say that you gain just a little bit of speed because you're pulling on to two people, but they can.
Yeah.
It's not as exhausting for them. You guys keep going. The sun keeps rising. As it gets close to noon, it's kind of hard to tell which way you have to go. So Reveal's like, maybe we should just kind of rest. And by this time, it's definitely been past the 10 minutes. So I don't know if you have a second plan in terms of flying and or land swimming travel.
Yeah, no, if we can't really tell which way to go anymore, it's probably better to not waste another spell. So I will swim with them. I've got my quarterstaff out, floating on it, kicking.
Yeah, so you guys are swimming. Could you guys roll a perception check, each of you?
21. Finally getting some decent rolls.
9.
9. So Luther, you're swimming. You guys are taking turns, like kind of swim for a couple minutes, take a breather, swim for a couple minutes, because you're gonna cramp up. It's gonna be painful doing this. You kind of look back, and you see something in the horizon between waves. You know, when you're in the waves, it's kind of hard to see something far away, because they're middle of the ocean. Is big fucking waves. Even on a calm day, it's still massive waves. But you see a little speck on the horizon go up and down. Up and down, up and down, and you can tell it's a weird color. It's white and it's on the wave. So you're like, oh, maybe it's just a white cap. You know, the wave just kind of falling onto itself. But no, it's something white just maintaining, and you can't really tell if it's moving because it's so far away. But if you keep watching, you see that it ever so slightly gets closer.
Oh, you guys see that? There's something in the water, I think.
Reveal is like, I got water in my eye. It's I can't see jack shitty. And he's like trying to swim. He rolled a natural 1 on his perception.
Maybe we should head towards that. Maybe if nothing else, it'll give us something to hold on to the rest.
Is it a big tentacle?
I don't think so.
He's like,
It looks white.
I mean, I know a lot of white things that are nice. I guess we can try to go that way.
I say we don't know where else to go, so at least it gives us something to look for.
Sounds good. I'll get you guys to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, nat 1 for a total of 6.
Con save 24.
24, nice. So, Luther, you're trying to keep up. You're like, damn, I wish I could fly all day because you're like getting cramps. Like you're not a super physical. Is your strength pretty good?
My strength is 10. Like,
Okay. So,
I am not a physical person. I'm an intellectual person.
So you swimming, you're like, oh no, like, this is pretty garbage, and you get another level of exhaustion, and you guys start to swim
Alright.
that way. So you're, which level is it that you go? Your speed goes down. I think it is
2. Speed half to 2.
okay. So you guys are swimming, and Luther's like, like you're not keeping up. So they have to kind of either drag you along or take their time. So Rabil is like, Luther, are you going to be okay?
He abandoned you, abandoned them.
I didn't abandon Reveal. He took off. I just happened to go in a different direction when I took off.
So Rabil is like, hang on to me, and he's like trying to pull you, but it's not really working because he's not swimming very well with trying to pull you. It's kind of like when he was trying to pull Toto. Like, he wasn't going very fast. Was just trying to help. But you're looking, and this white thing is getting just ever so slightly bigger, and just a little bit bigger, and just a little bit bigger. And you can tell at this rate, it might still take an hour or so, but it is getting closer. It's getting a bit bigger. From the distance, you can't really tell what it is. It's like a white speck, but the speck seems to be getting bigger. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
What were you thinking?
I'll point out the reveal and I'll say, should we aim for that, or?
Rabil is like, anything that floats. I'm getting tired. I don't know how long I could do this. I'm cramping in places I didn't know I could cramp.
I can go ahead and check it if you want. I have something I can do.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
And I alter self into aquatic form and swim underwater.
There you go. So you go fully submerged and swim that way.
Yeah, it lasts for up to an hour, so.
Right. So you get gills and like.
Yeah, breathe
Red.
underwater. My swimming speed, same as my movement. So.
Nice. So you're swimming that way. You notice that it's nice to be able to breathe underwater. It's less laborious, being able to swim a little bit better too. But you do still have the levels of exhaustion that are kind of weighing you down. But you do manage to go that way. I'll get you to make a perception check.
Alrighty. 17.
17. I will say that as you get closer, you're looking up and you see there's what was I gonna say here? Sorry. Oh, this is different than what I expected.
Somebody round fingers did D8 of helping for me and rolled
Okay.
a 4, so I got double speed for an hour on top of
Nice.
my aquatic form. So I'm really booking around underwater.
There you go. Perfect. So you see, it appears like a tube almost. Like from the bottom, it kind of looks like the bottom of a little boat, but like a really little boat, like about 10 feet long, kind of thing.
Interesting.
And to each side, you see like a little pole go in the water, just bloop, 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 almost like rowing. Bloop.
All right, I'll keep going until you get close, and then pop up out of the water and see what it is.
So how close would you like to get out of the water?
I don't know, probably like 30 feet or so I can close enough I can get a good view of what it is, but not close enough that hopefully it'll hit me if it's something that wants to.
So you're trying to do this stealthily?
If I can tell, like if it looks like the things, well, they're coming in one direction, try to get to the back side of it. So, like, you know what I mean? So yes, stealthily from the back.
Sure. You go to the backside and you can tell you pop your you get close to the surface. You can kind of see before you pop your head fully out. You go out a little bit. You can tell that this is a small boat. It has a mast but no sail, and there is a very small figure rowing with what seems to be like almost straight poles, barely like you notice now that there's little paddles to it, but this is a small thing rowing, and in front of it you see another small figure. Could you roll a perception check as you're trying to look and see what you can gather from this?
16.
In front of it, facing your way, you've probably seen bad taxidermy where the eyes just kind of look dead.
Yep.
Like just a blank stare. Like it was a valiant attempt, but it just did not hit the mark. You can see this old little small woman just staring into the void. Like one eye just starts to sway away and just keep going almost to like an ungodly level of lazy eye, and just kind of comes back and just like a faint smile. And you can tell this appears to be a gnomish woman and old. Like old.
Interesting. Okay, as I come up out of the water, I'm just doesn't look threatening, so I'm just gonna be, good evening. Startle the fuck out of it.
So the woman that doesn't seem to be just
mentally present?
Yeah, exactly. There's just nothing there. And the creature rowing just what's a oi. He's gonna turn around and be like, he's gonna stand up just proudly. And this appears to be a very old gnomish man. And he's like, are you gonna try to eat me? Because if so,
No. We were traveling and a giant squid attacked our boat. There's just me and two other survivors. We're trying to find lands, anywhere to go.
but you're a creature. You're swimming in the water.
This is only temporarily, so I could try to find us somewhere to go.
Could you roll a persuasion check?
Oh, sure. Oh, that was a bad roll. 13.
He's like, keep your distance, creature, please. I am what you would call a merchant, and this is my mighty vessel. Please do not get close. I will defend it to my mightiest strength. My name is Gimbal Doobie, that is my name, and I would like you to please keep your distance, like I said, and if you could prove your story right, I could perhaps help you, but from here, I am safe, and you are not a threat, so keep your distance from my mighty vessel.
No, we don't want to threaten you. I don't know if you can see them yet, but in the distance, you'll see there's two people out in the water.
You hear from the front of the boat, Gimbal, who's at the door? And this old as dirt gnome just like still staring into the distance, just shrieking, and he's like, Freya, please be quiet. I'm talking with this creature in the water. Who's at the door, Gimbal? And he's like, pardon my wife. She's lost it a bit in the last few years. But yeah, please, let me just don't move. Stay away from my vessel. I will defend this. And he like kind of steps over and he like looks in the distance. And he's like, There's something floating over there, but if it's a trap, like I said, I'll defend myself.
It's no trap. We're just trying to survive. We don't know where we are. We don't know where to go. Everyone else didn't make it. It's just the three of us left.
Where were you going?
You're headed to an island, the island of Fae.
Ooh, perhaps Gimbal has heard something of the sort as well.
Did you receive an invitation?
Maybe not. I'm this little creature, you know. He's you're being awfully funny from the water. Let's go see, check your story out, and then from there perhaps we'll talk. Gimbal, answer the door. And he's like, yes, just ignore her. We'll let me row that way. You go back over there, and we'll make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, I'll stay a ways back. I'll just swim behind you.
Okay, cool. So he's he starts to row again, and you can tell these are poles with like a little wooden paddle basically like wrapped around. And he's like, rowing, 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 we'll get there eventually. Rowing, 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 oh god, I need to pee. Rowing, rowing, rowing. Just on loop, like
slowly get closer and closer and just start helping push the back of the boat.
He's like, whoa! Oh goodness. Could you roll I'd say history or arcana check?
Cool, Arcana it is.
Okay.
That's a 17.
17. You can tell that this is actually, what he's riding is actually some sort of a magic item. It is a variant or a version of a folding boat. It seems to be very makeshift, and yeah, this is, you can tell also his boat's relatively empty. Like there's not really much in it, but he's sitting in a folding boat with what appears to be his wife, and he's rowing. You push him, and Toto and Rabil, you guys see this boat coming up a little bit faster than it was before, and you see this blank stare just turn towards you, just like, and there's just a almost lifeless face at the front of this boat, just sitting, coming towards you. Rabil's like, it is coming for us. It is death. It is this is a sign from the gods or something. I don't know.
Toto will just stare, and until he gets close, he'll just go. Ah!
So you see on the boat at this point, the gnome stops rowing and kind of stands next to the lifeless faced woman, and he's like, I am Gimbal. You guys must be the sea creature's friends. He's looking down at you guys in the water.
Yeah,
I'll start swimming around towards the group up.
He's like, it's good that you kept up. Yeah, so I'm, like I told your friend, I am Gimbal. I am a merchant. I will defend my vessel. Don't try anything. I am the captain. I will defend my vessel. This is my wife Freya, and she's like, I am? Oh. He's like, yeah, we've she's been losing it lately. But we're happily married, and we're traveling to this island. We did receive an invitation as well, or we did hear of it. You know, it's a little hush-hush, because merchants like me, you know, we tend to get attacked on the water. And I heard you guys had a bit of a mishap. Do you perhaps need a hand?
If that wouldn't be too much to ask, that I think that would be great. We would appreciate that. We could help defend your boat if ever something comes across.
He's like, well, maybe I could make an exception. Usually I charge 100 gold for a passenger, but in this case, 75. And he steps up and he reaches off the edge of the boat. As you guys are floating in the middle of the ocean, he just reaches out. He's like,
I'll give him 75 gold.
Rabil is like, Toto, I've lost my things. Could you float me? Not to use a pun here, but Could you float me?
Can I roll an insight?
Sure.
22.
You know that he doesn't have his bag with him. He just has like his loot is like the only thing he was able to really go back and grab. And yeah, you feel like he probably doesn't have any money on him.
I'll look at him and I'll say, "You didn't help us fight the creature. If you lie, I break your loot."
Could you roll an intimidation check?
8.
8. He's like, he's exhausted. He's pretty easy to threaten at this point. He's like, of course, I'll even play a song for you for free. Why would I lie?
I've heard you before.
He's like, oh, fucking dropping insults. Like, oh, so
I'm tired.
so he takes the 75 gold from you, Toto, and then another 75. He's like, well, hop on board. And he stomps his feet, and the boat just grows, and it grows to a whopping 24 feet long.
Nice.
8 feet wide and 6 feet deep. There's 5 sets of oars, and there's an anchor. There's a little cabin and a mast, and there's still no sail on it, but there is a mast, and you guys can tell that there's plenty of room here. Just the little boat would have been too small. He's like, hop aboard, and he's like, you sea creature, like you heard, 75 gold, please.
Sure, it's worth it. No, I am over 75. Anything to get out of this water.
He's like, ooh, I'm so happy. Woohoo. So he's like, yeah, hop on in. You guys can hop in. He's like, well, just hang on. We should be there by nightfall. He just whips out his spyglass. He's like, I see a little bit of land over there. You guys were so close, but I appreciate you guys wanting to grab a boat for the last little trip. It's very nice of you to spread the wealth.
We're all too exhausted. Well, I think you probably could have got more out of us, to be honest.
Oh, well, I do have things to sell, but if you prefer, just rest up a bit. You guys seem a bit tired. You said something about a little octopus or something like that. Freya, he's like, just turns and looks at him, and he's like, don't wander off. The boat's a little bit bigger now. Don't go walking. She's like, walking? Who's walking? And he's like, oh god, this lady. He's like, well, get yourselves comfy. Feel free to rest. I'll get to rowing. It might take a while because the boat's quite a bit bigger, but we should be able to get there by nightfall. And he starts to row.
Why don't you have a sail?
Well,
And I drop both herself.
I used to craft magic items, and with my old age, they're not quite what, there's always something a little bit off with the magic items. And I made this myself. It's I've made many boats before, but this is the first one in, I don't know, 100 years. It's a bit you know what? I don't have the same abilities I used to, and that's it. I'm getting old.
It happens. Nothing to be ashamed of.
It does happen. Rabiel is like shaking the water out of his loot off the side of the boat. He's like, could I play a song for you? Perhaps Gimbal is your name? He's like, yes, my name is Gimbal, and sure, just be quiet with it. Freya can be easily startled, and I've already picked her up from the ocean 4 times this trip. He's like, oh, I'll play something gentle. And he starts to play something gentle, and you can tell the lute has started to warp from being in salty seawater for, a day and a half. It's a little rough. So he starts to play. Toto and Luther, is there anything you would like to do while Gimbal is rowing his mighty folding boat?
I'll offer to help row. Help row if you want some help.
Sure, go ahead and row.
I'll Toto's gonna wander off, just kind of in a separate corner of the boat and kind of meditate. But at the same time, like the monastery that he's from is following the goddess of the sun as well. So he's gonna try to like meditate. And this is D&D. There's multiple deities for the same thing.
Right.
So kind of during his journey, Toto would have heard a couple of time about Pelor. So he's just gonna kind of meditate and just ask like, Goddess Matarasu. I'm not sure. I don't typically do this. I'm not good at this. But I may have lost a friend at sea, and I'm not sure if he's still alive or if he's moved on. But I know he kind of liked one of your I don't want to say siblings, but a god of the sun as well. I don't know if you fall under the same umbrella. I'm not sure how this works. But if you could maybe put in a good word for me to his god of the sun, and make sure that he's well protected if he's still somewhere in the sea, and if not, to hopefully find peace. Yeah. I wish I could ask you about Ray, but I don't know who he worships. So, yeah. Okay.
Could you roll a religion check?
I mean, it's a -1, so 17.
17. You hear in the wind, and you're not sure if it's you're trying to hear something, so you're not sure. But you hear, never forgotten. And it's just in passing. It's almost like a whistling, but you're like, were those words?
It's weird. I'll just
So yeah, you guys are rowing. The day's going by. There's not a whole lot to do. Freya like drools a little bit, and like at one point Gimbal like starts to feed her crackers and basically like feeds her. She's like reaching up but like not. She's like, oh, here,
wipes up the drool.
pretty much. Like it's pretty bad. And at one point she stands up. She's like, I'm gonna go to the bedroom. And Gimbal's like, we don't have a bedroom, Freya. Just sit down. And she's like, no, I gotta go lay down. And he's like, just wait. We'll be there in a few hours. And you can tell that she's, if you guys haven't understood already, she is definitely beyond lost. But you guys are walking. You guys are floating
Sailing,
towards there, sailing.
floating,
Yeah. There's no sails. So
Rowing.
you're rowing. Yeah. Navigating. I don't know. It's a weird description of a boat traveling. Is it sailing without a sail? I don't know. But you guys are heading towards this island, and as you're getting closer, you can tell that what the land. He's offered his spyglass for you guys to take a peek, and you can tell that it's just a little speck of land on the horizon. And as you're getting slightly closer, you can tell that it's further than it looked because it's much bigger than it looked. You see, as you're getting closer and closer, you see cliffs, basically at the shoreline, or where the water meets the land, and you can tell big waves just crashing on rocks. And on top of these rocks, there's trees, but it doesn't look like there's dirt or ground or anything like that. And you can tell on this side is essentially just a sheer cliff, and water hitting, and you can tell that it's kind of eroded in, not to the point of being a cave, but eroded into the wall. And you guys are getting closer and closer, and at this point you're 400 or 500 feet away, kind of thing. And he's like, well, I think we're here. I didn't really plan anything to get on there. Am I even sure this is the right island? Not too sure. Not too sure.
I mean, it's land. I'll take it.
That's
It's
true.
better than being stuck in the middle of the ocean.
That is true. We could what do you guys think we should do? I didn't really plan for scaling a cliff.
I mean, I'm not worried. I gotta climb. I can climb.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, I can fly. But maybe we should just try to go along the side for a bit, see if there's a spot where it might be easier to get up.
Oh, that is so smart. Let's do that. And he's like, okay, let's turn this way and try to row. You guys are rowing, going around. The cliff kind of goes up and down, but for the most part, it seems to be an eroded kind of sheer wall. As you're going around the corner, you actually see another ship. You see a ship that is 200 feet from what appears to be a small crevice or like a canyon in this wall going to what appears to be a small beach. From there, you see a little rowboat on the shore, and you see the boat. Basically, the sails are being dropped, looking basically to start sailing. It's an interesting timing, but you're getting there, and you see the ship basically ready to leave. Is there anything you would like to do?
Should we go and have a look?
Rabil is like, well, if there's another ship here, perhaps we are where we're supposed to be. I'm not too sure. I thought there were supposed to be a lot of people here.
Who knows when they're going to arrive, though? They're coming from all over the place, right?
That's true. There's
I mean, even if this isn't where we're looking for, maybe they know at least where this is.
And some might already be there and already in the canyon, perhaps.
Right, perhaps. I am not sure. What we should kind of probably do what Gimbal wants. He's the captain. He's made that very clear. And Gimbal's just like rowing and just like, oh, we're gonna get to the beach. We're gonna get to the beach. You guys are approaching, and you see the ship. Like, you hear a chain scraping against some metal, and you see an anchor slowly pull out of the water, and you see this boat start to essentially move kind of towards you, but turn and start to head out towards the open water.
Is there anyone on the deck looking at us or anything?
Roll a perception check.
Alrighty. Natural 20 for a 24.
Natural 20, nice. You look and you see at the very back you see a man with a what do you call them? The tricone hats.
Tricorn.
Tricorn. Yeah, there you go. Tricorn. That sounds like a unicorn with a little bit extra. But anyways, you see a man with a nice suit, a dark blue, almost like a navy color. And on this ship, you also see other people with more like uniforms and small hats, and it appears to be a crew. And they seem to be dressed in a uniform that all seem to match. And it appears to be more of a military ship. The ship itself is not a warship, maybe like a size a little bit smaller, but you see cannons, you see, like, this is a well-equipped ship, and it appears to be kind of sailing off, and there's people on there with like spy glasses looking around, and there seems to be one looking towards you, but they seem to not be too worried from this basically glorified rowboat, and there seem to be.
I'm just gonna yell out, "Hey, what island is this?"
As you guys get closer, call it 150 feet, you hear the guy at the wheel. He passes the wheel to someone else, and you see him like walk over to the railing. At this point, you can actually tell that this is a dwarf, and you can tell that, like, oh, these are all dwarves. They're dwarves in uniforms. He's like, "Aye, this is the isle, the one you're looking for. I'm sure of it."
Thanks.
Gods bless ya. Set sail, boys! And you see like another 2 sets of sails kind of drop down, and the ship basically start to move away quickly. As you guys approach the beach, you see, like I explained earlier, the rowboat parked there. You see a set of footprints on the fresh sand. After that, it kind of goes to stone pretty quick. But you see this canyon kind of weave and go deeper into the island. And a little bit ahead, you see a figure in a bright red coat, and they seem to be dragging like a smallish chest behind them. And you see the tracks leading up to where they are, and they seem to be walking up. Gimble's like, "Oh, we're going to hit the beach here," and he just kind of rows as fast as he can. He's like, "I don't like stepping in the water," so he like as high up as he can on the beach. He's like, "Oh, we're here," and he's like, "Could someone help Freya onto the beach?"
Before he like
Of
lands,
course.
Toto was already running for the front of the ship, and even before he hit land, he just jumped. It was like, "Wah!" It's just like
sails basically to the glides to the shore.
Climb the mast and sail to land.
Yeah.
and just like hugs the land. It's like ah.
So at this point, yeah, so you're on the land. The boat not crashes, but up on the sand. He's like, "You tiefling, you look kind of strong. Could you bring her?" And Rabiel's like, "I can do this for you, but you have to remember this when it comes to giving me money for a song." And Gimble's like, "Okay," just like, "You're gonna charge me to help my wife off this boat, but whatever." So Rabiel just picks her up, and she's like, just the dead face, but the eyes just widen a little bit, just like, and he picks her up and just kind of hops off the boat, and he kind of just sits her on the ground, and same thing, he just like lays down and just like, "Ah, so nice, such a good place to be, just very happy to be on the ground." Gimble is the last one on the boat, or sorry, Luther's still there. Luther, would you like to hop off, or is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, no, I'll just jump off and I'm just gonna lay in the sand too.
Sounds good. So
Dry off in the sun.
So Gimble, he steps off the ship and gives it a couple knocks on the front of the ship, and the ship kind of falls into a box, and he grabs on his waist a little bag, and he just kind of pushes the box into the bag, and the bag is smaller than what the box is, so he kind of pushes this box into a extra dimensional bag, and then kind of closes it up, puts it on his waist. He's like, "Oh, let's go make some money," and kind of starts to walk.
Before you go,
Oh yeah, well,
what
Freya's
do you got
right
for
here.
sale?
Freya's right here. I do have a couple things. Do you want me to set up shop, or do you want to just what are you looking for?
What kind of stuff do you got? I'm just curious before,
Are you do you
get first dibs.
do you miss any? Are you missing any limbs?
Luckily not.
He whips a little piece of paper. He's like, "Okay. Do you need assistance walking?"
Not really.
Do you have any sad days that you would like to make better?
I do. I'll go to that.
He's like, "Well, we can talk about it, and then if just talking doesn't help, I might have something for you." He's like, "Do you ever fall and you have a hard time getting up?"
Sometimes I sell drugs.
I mean, after that squid attack, yeah, it's pretty hard to move.
Oh, well, I do have something. If it becomes a habit, I can always write you something up, and we can arrange something. And then there's
So, I take it you're mostly medical and old people?
oh, well,
Have things for old people?
everybody could have a hard time walking.
Oh, I know. That's why I said medical.
Oh, well, I try to help those that are around me and my friends, and a lot of those people tend to be older. It's not just for old people. young people can get their hands bitten off by sharks or something like that, and then I could I do have prosthetics essentially. Also, the last thing on my list that I do like to mention to everyone, Freya is very proud of her potions. She it's one thing she still is capable to do, and they're not very expensive. So if anybody is looking for it maybe like it might be a little bit better. It might be a little bit better. But if anybody's looking for some potions, Freya, she's she might be a little lost at times, but she finds her way around a cauldron.
I'm always interested in some potions. Like, what kinds of potions does she have?
She it's kind of whittled down to one right now. They're potions of healing. It's generally for people that tend to get hurt easily and stuff like that. But
I have a feeling we could definitely use a couple of those. How many do you have?
Let me check. He checks he like a little notepad. He flips around. He's like, last count was 64.
That is a few. And how much are they?
Well, in this interesting circumstance, they're 100 gold.
For the 64?
No, each, of course. A lot of love, a lot of metaphorical sweat, a lot of literal tears go into this. They're good.
Would you be willing to do a bit of a deal? We did just give you 75 gold for a couple hours trip on a boat.
That was a deal. Usually it's 100.
I'm trying not to be rude with this guy. How about this? If you will give us 3 potions for 225 gold, we will recommend you to everyone we meet who needs potions or any other medical or prosthetics. And then I will try to persuade him. Give us a deal.
Roll a persuasion check. Yep.
I'm going to use forceful presence to get advantage on it. God damn it! I rolled a 5 and a 6, so a 12.
He's like, well, I'll run it by Freya. I'll set up shop. Tell you what, let's go see who else is here, and let me set up shop, and we'll go from there. I don't even know where this palace is, but I know it's not on the beach, so let's go. The guy that was here, he's quite a bit further now. We should maybe get going and see what other characters are here. Probably some interesting ones.
For sure. And I will offer Freya my arm to help her move along.
Sounds good.
Before he leaves, I wanted to grab a couple of potions too. So did he leave the 3 to Luther?
No, he still has, though. A deal has not been struck.
Okay.
Didn't agree yet. He wants to go set up shop. I was trying to get the deal before we got there.
Yeah.
So that nobody runs up the price or anything.
Sounds good. I'll buy some when we get there.
Beautiful. So, with that, I think we will be calling that a night. Thank you very much for being here. The one thing I did want to say with the Kraken, I'm not a fan of necessarily meta conversations after, but this one I will bring it up. The Kraken started with 472 hit points. It was whittled down to 120. I had in my mind, if it dropped under 100, it would flee. It got very close to fleeing.
Yeah. But we didn't, can you stabilize somebody in the water as you have nothing to think? So we had no spells left to try to get them back.
I would have allowed a medical check or a medicine check to try to stabilize someone. Like, oh, you're bleeding. Let me put pressure on it or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No.
And then firebolt one more time, Marshall.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't
Okay.
know it was that close to death,
The one
and
character
things were not going good for us.
the one character that rolled a natural 20 on a death save is Reveal.
Yep.
Well, I'll leave it at that. Any other statements before I find someone to raid and send the raid over?
That was a good, if not sad, session 2.
Second session, 2 down. Session 3, 3 down.
I told you guys I wasn't gonna die.
That is
Justin
fair.
has learned his lesson that clerics are just not for him.
Did you cast a healing spell at all with this cleric? Oh no, you did. You did. With
I did.
Ray.
Well, I used my ability to on Ray, and I did use healing word, I think, as well.
All right.
There's me. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Right. Kraken's eye.
Survives.
Let me go.
Okay, well, we're going to send the raid over to Dungeons and Dippas. I feel like Dungeons and Drinkers. Oh no, that's the name of the channel. They're not playing D&D. Evil Doers. Let's do that. We'll send it over to Evil Doers. Thank you very much for watching. We're getting very close to the 500 follower goal. Very sad to see Vulcan and Ray perish. However, we will have 2 new interesting characters, I'm sure, that will be met on this island. To next Monday. Bonsoir, fuckers. Was there anything else?
No, fucker.
You're assuming there's still air in your lungs.
Is that the water elemental from your campaign?
Crossover. Right on. Well, see ya, folks.